modded and DIY'd here in the barn garage over the years. This one's going to be a little bit different. It started with my desire to mod this drain pan into the ultimate drain pan, which you're about to see in a minute. This is not the only drain pan that I have that I could have modified. I've also got this one, which turns out to be a really good one. It can be used either on the ground under the car or can be used in a 55-gallon drum like this one. But this drain pan turns out to be better for the 55-gallon drum. And one of the mods that I wanted to do to this drain pan was a splatter guard shield like this. But this one's too flexible and weak. And you can see years of bolts and tools and stuff hanging on it has made a depression in it, and it's curled up on the edges and stuff. The other thing is I wanted it to have wheels so I could roll it around instead of sliding it around, because eventually it's going to scratch a hole in the bottom of it. And I thought about using the bottom of a cart like this. A really good suggestion I got in the comments on one of my other videos was that I could take something like this wagon and throw the drain pan in it. But look at how much better the clearance is on this one versus that. And it's partly due because of the way these wheels are made and the size of these wheels and how they're attached. If you think that looks good, wait till you see the front wheels and the way they're made. And they even have a lock here that you can use with your foot. You can lock it with your foot and then you can release it with your foot. Never even have to bend over. In addition to that, it has a nice long handle, and it even has these hooks here where you can put the hose that comes from an electric pump. And that hose is plenty long enough to where I uncoil it after I roll this over here near my barrels and just stick it in one of the barrels and pump the stuff right into the barrels. When I was looking at the pictures online, this looked like one of those old hoses that would be really stiff, but it's cold out today, which would have made it the most stiff, and it's not stiff at all. It's nice and flexible, and it's got this metal down inside of it so that you can really give it hell, and it doesn't kink. And it's just the right size that a normal fender cover covers it up when I'm not using it. The handle has a nice pivot point right here, so I can have it out here comfortable when I'm putting it underneath the vehicle and pulling it out, or just fold it up when I'm not using it. And the inlet hose was already cut to the exact right size to fit down in the corner like that, and it has a screen on the end to keep it from picking up trash and taking it into the pump. And this screen / splash guard is much better than the one that I was using that I made, but it's not so thick that it's not flexible. It's got a nice lip all the way around, so all the edges of the screen are supported, and it's got these two braces in here that not only support the splash guard, but they also dip down here and they keep this from sloshing around. If you've got a lot of fluid in it and you're rolling it around, the fluid's not going to get a good sloshing going on. They've even cut this little notch for where the hose is, and there's a little handle at both ends. It's easy to pick up and set down. The pump is 12 volt, so I can either use it with a car battery, or I could get some kind of old transformer or laptop charger that converts 110 to 12 volts and use that. But what I'd rather do is take some of these old nickel metal hydrides from rebuilding hybrid batteries. And these aren't strong enough anymore to go in hybrid batteries and hybrid cars, but they are strong enough to run something like that pump if I use 2 of them. And that would be much lighter and compact than a car battery. Maybe I could mount it something like that. Now, I could have spent 2 or 3 days trying to build something like this, but I could make way more money in 2 or 3 days working on something else to buy this and have money left over. And I can say with certainty that this looks a lot better than what I would have built in several ways. And I still would have had to spend money on the pump, the hoses, the wheels, I would have had to spend money on some really good screen to make this. And this is some good thick metal with really nice welds and a really nice paint job. So this is one time I'm glad I didn't DIY build this thing. My next oil change video, I can just stick my stuff on here, roll it underneath the vehicle, and knock it out.
Hey, if you like this video, we got a whole lot more. We got tool reviews, we've got repair videos, we've got show car videos, hot rods, mod rods, you name it. If it's got wheels on it and an engine, it's probably on this channel. So subscribe, like, and binge watch Saneauto. Binge watch Saneauto.